fact that recently we've seen AEW and New Japan wrestlers pop up on Impact. And I want to know, as the draw, what do you think about these invaders showing up on your show?
If they want to step to me, I'll punch them in the head. This is my company. Impact Wrestling is my company. And now that the door is open, you never know where I might show up. You can never say never in the professional wrestling business. And you want to talk about forbidden door? I like forbidden things. I like kicking doors down. So I think it's just a matter of time before you see Sami Callihan show up somewhere and make an impact. 100% pun intended.
And what do you think about the current Impact World Tag Team Champions making appearances on another show?
They're one of the best tag teams in the world. Them coming to Impact Wrestling was a huge gift for Impact Wrestling. And the Good Brothers helped make Impact Wrestling cool. It's already cool, but just having guys like that's cool. I think that's going to open up the door to more people coming in. We're truly making Impact Wrestling a great company that people want to be a part of. When you look at Impact Wrestling 4 years ago, that might have not have been the case. Impact Wrestling was in the grave, but with the new regime, with the people that they build, Impact Wrestling makes stars better than anyone else, and I think we've really changed the entire perception of what Impact Wrestling is over the last 3 years.
You're one of the biggest stars of that new regime, and you're heavily decorated. You're a former world champion. Right now, there's a guy named Rich Swann that's holding that title. How comfortable should Rich Swann be with that gold with Sami Callihan lurking in the shadows?
If that's what I put my eye on, he should be 100% worried. I've known Rich Swann since pretty much his first day. It's no secret that at one point we were like brothers. But over the years, things change. People have different outlets on different situations, and I think it's one of those things. Impact Wrestling is extremely lucky to have someone like Rich Swann as world champion. I don't think people really get credit for how good Rich Swann is in that ring. He's one of the most talented human beings I've ever met in my entire life. But at the end of the day, if that's what I put my eyes on, that's what I'm going to put my eyes on. I think right now, my number one focus is proving how much of a fake and a phony Trey Miguel is. A guy that wants to leave and then come back and be accepted with open arms. Nah, it's not going to be like that. I will be the gatekeeper for Impact Wrestling. I have to, because at the end of the day, I love Impact Wrestling. And I want Impact Wrestling to have people that actually want to be here and actually have loyalty to this company. Because when Impact Wrestling was down and out, I was one of the people that put this company on my back and dug it out of the trenches. So I don't take lightly the people disrespecting a company and something that I love tremendously.
Well, I'm so glad you brought up Trey Miguel. And as a guy who's always been known as a master of mind games, you've certainly been playing them a lot the last couple weeks. Right before No Surrender, you had some harsh words for Trey, and then you carried that on this week. You've questioned his heart. You've questioned his passion. Where's this all headed, Sami?
Look, I can't say Trey Miguel isn't talented. Trey Miguel is extremely talented, but to take the words out of a story that went kind of viral a couple months back, we want people that actually want to be here. We want people with passion, and Trey Miguel ain't got no passion.
Well, you guys obviously have a score to settle, but who else might you have a target on their back right now?
I think anyone that steps foot in Impact Wrestling doesn't show the company the respect it deserves is going to have to answer the death machine to draw.
So do you kind of feel like you're the sheriff of Impact Wrestling right now?
I'm not only the sheriff, I am the mayor, I'm the president, I am everything that this company needs, whether they like it or not.
And finally, with how much you've already accomplished, not just in Impact, but in your career in general, what are some of your goals before it's all over and you decide to hang up your boots?
Well, I'm not a complacent person. I am a very goal-oriented person. I want to be world champion. I was world champion, but that's not good enough for me. I always want to continue to get better. I always want to keep evolving, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. You looked what I started doing last year is a different transition of who Sami Callihan was from the past, and every couple of years I'll continue to do that, keep making myself relevant. If you notice, about every 6 months, Sami Callihan does something that makes his name in everybody's mouth in the wrestling world, and I'm going to continue to do that. And I don't think I'm done by a long shot. I think I may not have even hit my prime yet. I'm only 32 years old. I got a long time to do this left under me. I started this at a very young age. I started this when I was 16 years old, and I hate to use this phrase, but the sky's the limit. And I'm going to have a rocket strapped to my butt if I have to.
the sky is the limit, not just for you, but for Impact Wrestling. I want to remind everybody that's listening to this interview to check out Impact every Tuesday night on Access TV, on Twitch. Check out their YouTube channel, and make sure to follow this man, The Draw, Sami Callihan, one of the greatest performers in Impact Wrestling and pro wrestling today. And I thank you for your time today, sir.
You are 100% not welcome.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.